各位弟兄姐妹，大家平安。
Peace to all the brothers and sisters.
我们人生有时候在很想睡觉的时候被吵醒，会觉得很累。
Sometimes in our lives when we are very tired, we are awakened by someone else.
但是有时候该醒的时候却睡着了有时候变得很危险。
But sometimes when we are supposed to be awake, we accidentally fall asleep, and this is very dangerous.
我们真希望那个危险的时刻有主耶稣来叫醒我们。
And we hope that during these dangerous times, Jesus will awaken us.
我们看约翰福音的11章11节。
Let's turn to John chapter 11, verse 11.
约翰福音11章11节。
John chapter 11, verse 11.
11章11节。
John chapter 11, verse 11.
我们把红线夹在约翰福音11章。
Let's put a bookmark here.
11章11节，耶稣说了这话，随后对他们说：“我们的朋友拉撒路睡了，我去叫醒他。”
Verse 11, these things he said, and after that he said to them, Our friend Lazarus sleeps, but I go that I may wake him up.
拉撒路他死了。
Here Lazarus died.
那圣徒的死，我们把它称为睡了。
And when a saint dies, we say that he has fallen asleep.
那耶稣这边特别提到说，他要去叫醒他。
And Jesus specifically here mentions that he is going to wake him up.
当然是指的主耶稣要从坟墓当中让拉撒路再活过来。
And of course, this is talking about how Jesus will bring him up out of the
但
tomb.
是小弟读约翰福音11章，小弟觉得耶稣不只是叫醒拉撒路。
But when I read John chapter 11, I feel like Jesus is not only waking up Lazarus,
耶稣也叫醒马大，
Jesus is also awakening Martha,
让他在道理的模糊当中醒过来。
so that in her confusion and her faith, she may be awakened.
耶稣也叫醒了玛利亚，
And Jesus also awakened Mary,
让他在这个悲伤当中能够醒过来。
so that in her sorrow, she may be woken up.
当然，这是都是因为耶稣叫醒拉撒路而产生的一个结果。
And of course, these are all the results of awakening Lazarus.
所以我们用这个题目，我去叫醒他。我们来看主耶稣怎么叫醒马大、叫醒玛利亚、叫醒拉撒路。
And so we use the topic, I awaken him, to see how Jesus awakens Lazarus, Martha, and Mary.
让他们在迷糊当中，在悲伤当中，在死亡当中可以醒过来。
So they can be woken up in death, in confusion, and in sorrow.
我们就一点一点来查考。
We will study this one by one.
我们来看马太福音的第11章。
Let's turn to Matthew chapter 11.
这个主耶稣大概跟马大讲了3次间接、直接讲3次说，他的弟弟就是要活过来。
Jesus told Martha 3 times that his younger brother would be awakened.
我们看11章的第4节。
Let's turn to Matthew.
对不起，约翰福音11章第4节。
John chapter 11, verse 4.
11章第4节，这是马大跟玛利亚差遣人去见耶稣了，说你所爱的人病了。
Verse 3, therefore the sister said to him, saying, Lord, behold, he whom you love is sick.
那第4节，耶稣听见就说：“这病不至于死，乃是为了神的荣耀，叫神的儿子因此得荣耀。”
Verse 4, when Jesus heard that, he said, This sickness is not unto death, but for the glory of God, that the Son of God may be glorified through it.
所以马大应该间接的会听到他的弟弟这个生病的事情，是为了让神得到让耶稣得到荣耀。
So Martha heard that her brother's death is to be able to allow God's name to be
那这
glorified.
个病也不至于死
And this sickness is not unto death.
那后来更直接的跟他讲这一件事情。
And then Jesus later on more directly tells her this.
我们来读23节。
Let's read verse 23.
这是耶稣对马大所说的话。
This is what Jesus said to Martha.
耶稣说：“你兄弟必然复活。”
Verse 23, Jesus said to her, Your brother will rise again.
很肯定的跟他讲，他会再活过来。
He very assuredly say that he will rise
但
again.
是24节马大的回答是说，他知道的，他在末日要复活。
And Martha replies him in verse 24 4, I know that he will rise again in the resurrection of the last day.
他还是听不懂主耶稣在讲什么。
She still does not understand what Jesus is trying to tell her.
有时候真的，他在这件道理啊，主耶稣这个所跟他说的这句话当中呢，他迷糊了，他没有办法想得到主耶稣在讲什么。
And so in the phrase that Jesus tells her, Martha was confused and did not know actually what Jesus was trying to
第
say
三
to her.
次主耶稣在跟他讲，
And Jesus told her a third time.
我们来读39节、40节。
Let's read verse 39 to 40.
耶稣说：“你们把石头挪开。”那死人的姐姐马大对他说：“主啊，他现在必是臭了，因为他已经死了4天了。”40节，
Verse 40.
耶稣说：“我不是对你说过，你若信，就必看见神的荣耀吗？”
Verse 39, Jesus said, "Take away the stone." Martha, the sister of him who was dead, said to him, "Lord, by this time there is a stench, for he has been dead 4 days." 40. Jesus said to her, "Did I not say to you that if you would believe, you would see the glory of God?"
当主耶稣吩咐人把石头拿开的时候，
When Jesus told them to take away the stone,
古代也没有冰箱。
in the old days there were no refrigerators.
那个在这个地中海型气候应该尸体可能第4天都有长蛆了吧？
And so by the 4th day there was perhaps stench.
那所以马大就说：“主啊，这个不可以啦，已经死了4天了。”
So Martha said, "No, he already has been dead for 4 days."
那耶稣就再一次提醒他
And Jesus again reminds her,
我不是对你说过了吗？
"Did I not say to you
你如果有信心就一定可以看到神的荣耀了。
that if you would believe, you would see the glory of God?"
我们弟兄姐妹有时候对主耶稣的话，我们也是睡着了没有办法去理解主耶稣在讲什么。
And brothers and sisters, sometimes towards the word of God, we have also fallen asleep and are unable to understand what Jesus is trying to say.
虽然圣经上有很多的应许，
And although the Bible consists of many promises,
我们也听过很多的见证，
and we have heard many testimonies,
总是会觉得说这个好处都是临到别人家，这个好处应该不会临到我们家。
but we always feel that the good things will fall upon another family and not on our own.
我突然想到一个问题不晓得马大有没有听过主耶稣复活过一个癌乳的女儿，12岁的小朋友。
And I have a question, that is, I wonder whether Martha has heard of when Jesus resurrected Jairus' daughter.
或者是主耶稣曾经叫一个寡妇的独生子在死当中让他活过来。
Or whether he resurrected the widow's son.
如果有听过的话，
And if she has heard before,
我在想，当主耶稣跟他讲你的弟弟不至于死，会看到什么样？他从来都没有想过主耶稣在讲的就是那样的恩典呢，也会临到我家。
and when Jesus told her that the sickness is not unto death, she probably did not think that this blessing and grace would also fall upon her own house.
如果他没有听过这2个故事，
And if she did not hear of these 2 stories,
他是不是应该也听过旧约的以利亚跟以利沙都曾经让一些人复活过来呢？
has she heard of the stories in the Old Testament of how Elijah and Elisha resurrected people?
我们就想到底马大的信仰有没有在进步？
And then we think and ponder upon whether Martha's faith has grown.
我们这样看起来，马大他的信仰一直在进步当中。
And we see that Martha's faith continues to grow.
有一次他忙着招待耶稣就请他跟耶稣讲，让妹妹来帮忙。
And one time when she was being hospitable towards Jesus, she told Mary to also help.
那耶稣跟他讲：“马大，马大，你为很多事情思虑烦扰，但是不可以少的只有一件事情。”
And Jesus said to Martha, "Martha, Martha, you are worried and troubled about many things, but one thing is needed."
就是能够追求主耶稣的道，追求主耶稣本身。
And that is to be able to pursue the word of God and pursue the Lord himself.
所以玛利亚已经得到那上好的福分。
And so Mary has gained the better portion.
我们读11章，我们会知道，其实马大对复活的道理他已经很清楚了。
So when we read chapter 11, we see that Martha already clearly understood the teaching of resurrection.
你看我们来读一下，27节。
Let's read verse 27.
27节，
Verse 27.
马大说：“主啊，是的，我信你是基督，是神的儿子，就是那要临到世界的。”
Verse 27, she said to him, "Yes, Lord, I believe that you are the Christ, the Son of God, who is to come into the world."
所以马大他其实他已经认识到耶稣就是天上来的弥赛亚。
So Martha already clearly knew that Jesus is the Messiah.
就是那个神来到人间。
And this is the Lord who was manifested in
他也知
flesh.
道，他也认识那个撒都该人所不认识的那个复活的道理。
And she also understood what the Sadducees did not know, and that is the teaching of resurrection.
所以其实他信仰一直在进步当中。
And so, in actuality, her faith is continuing to grow.
就算我们在座的很多弟兄姐妹，我们也一直在进步当中。
Like many of our brothers and sisters, we are also continuing to improve in
我
our
们
faith.
从头一天到如今，我们都在追求信仰对神的认识。
From the first day until now, we are constantly pursuing to know God more.
但是我们进步不代表我们有时候对神的话全盘的接受。
But just because we have improved does not mean that we completely accept all of the God's words.
虽然我们常常追求，常常这个来聚会，不代表我们不迷糊。
And so even though we often come to church and continue pursuing the truth, does not mean that we are not confused or muddled in our faith.
我们听了很多，但是不代表我们全部可以相信。
And although we have heard a lot, does not mean that we accept everything.
所以有时候我们在想，为什么主耶稣讲了3次，讲到他耳朵里面，讲到他心里面，为什么他还迷糊呢？对这个事情还睡觉呢？对这个话还睡着了呢？
And so sometimes we think Jesus told her 3 times it must have entered into her ears and heart. But why is it that she was still confused and did not completely understand the word of Jesus?
我们来参考路加福音24章25节。
Let's turn to Luke chapter 24.
路加福音24章25节。
Luke chapter 24, verse 25.
路加福音24章25节。
Luke chapter 24, verse 25.
24章25节，这个是记载主耶稣在帮助2个离开耶路撒冷往以马五斯路上的2个门徒。
Here records how Jesus is helping 2 disciples who are on the way to Emmaus.
他们信心失落。
They have lost their faith.
因为他们觉得他们所仰望的被抓走了。
They have become discouraged because what they have hoped for has been taken away.
24章25节，
Chapter 24, verse 25.
耶稣对他们说：“无知的人呐，先知所说的一切话，你们的心信得太迟钝了。”
Verse 25, Then he said to them, O foolish ones and slow of heart to believe in all that the prophets have spoken.
所以有时候我们真的是我们的心会信得很迟钝呐。
And so sometimes we are very slow of heart to believe.
所以我们要求主耶稣帮助我们，
So we need to ask God to help us.
让真的神的话可以苏醒我们的心能够真的是能够醒过来，不要很迟钝常常会觉得恩典一直到人的家里面去，不会到我们的家。
So that the words of God can awaken our heart and so that we can understand that the grace of God does not only go to other families but onto ours too.
我们要常常反省我们的心，我们的信。
And we need to constantly reflect upon our faith and our own heart.
有一个姐妹来参加这个 NATS，
There was a sister who attended the National
因为她所在的地
Theological
方
Seminar.
是一个 remote area， 是没有传道人的地方，
And because she is from a remote area,
所以她很珍惜这个1个礼拜可以听到的这个时间。
so she really cherished the time that she was able to listen to sermons.
她每次听到都有一个态度。
And every time she listened to sermons, she had an
今
attitude.
天主耶稣要教我什么？
And that is, what is Jesus teaching me today?
她说有一次她在学利未记，
And she's testified that one time she was studying Leviticus.
那她心里想，这个利未记真的很难，真的我有办法从当中得到神要告诉我的话吗？
And she thought that the book of Leviticus is a very hard book to read. Am I really able to understand what God wants to teach me?
有一次讲员在谈到那个路德在拾麦穗
And once a sermon speaker was talking about how Ruth was
在捡那个人家那个麦穗
gleaning sheaves.
那波阿斯特别吩咐说要让他要多给，就是要让他这样恩待他了。
And Boaz specifically said that he would be good to her.
突然想到主耶稣在跟他说话，他突然感觉到主耶稣跟他说话。
And then she suddenly felt that Jesus was speaking to her.
他说他在那种 remote area 没有教的地方他好像没有道理可以听真的像一个很贫穷的寡妇
And she felt that living in the remote area, she seemed like a poor widow.
那可是呢，他们家的生命当中呢，也常常特别体会到主耶稣的恩典。
But her family often experienced the blessings and grace of
就
God.
好像那个如果波阿斯代表主耶稣，就主耶稣特别的让路德恩待路德，他也觉得在生命当中呢，有主耶稣很多特别的恩待。
And if Boaz represents Jesus, she felt like Ruth, who was especially blessed by God.
他不只是注意到那个道理要跟他提醒什么，要把他唤醒什么，
Not only did she see what the teachings were trying to tell her,
他也常常注意到这个主耶稣在教他什么东西啊。
she also tried to understand what Jesus was teaching her all the
他说
time.
他是一个职业妇女哦，本来以前他的个性在来美国之前是比较温柔的，但是来到美国为了要生存，他变得要很 tough， 就是他一定要很坚强、很果敢，才有办法在这个美国的社会生存。
And she said that before she immigrated into America, she was a housewife and she was a very gentle one, but after she moved to the U.S., she had to be more tough.
当那次 NATS 他觉得一大早起来，他常常要窝着他的心，他觉得好像有一只大手在揉他的心因为他的心好像是真的太硬了。
And every morning at NATS, she felt like there was a hand.
That particular morning.
At that particular morning, she felt that there was a hand that was trying to soften her own heart because it was too hard.
他就觉得今天主耶稣一定有话要跟我说，
And she felt like, today, Jesus must have something to tell me.
到底要跟我说什么？
And what is it that he wants to
他
tell me?
说他那一天被主耶稣戳揉到这个心，有时候都会痛，要常常捂着他的胸
And she said on that day, she felt that Jesus was touching her so much that she had to hold on to her own heart.
小弟要说什么呢？
And what am I trying to say?
我们一样在听道理。
Today, we also listen to sermons.
我们到底你觉得主耶稣跟你讲了多少话？
And how much do we think Jesus is really teaching?
讲了多少次？
How many times has he told
我
us?
们又可以相信多少？这里面可以真的你觉得这个话真的是主耶稣讲到你心里面去的，这个是适合你的。
And how many times do we really believe that what Jesus is saying is geared towards us?
我们再看约翰福音11章，到底这个马大什么时候才从这个道理醒过来呢？
Let's look at John chapter 11 to see when Martha was awakened.
那11章的39节，当然他那个时候还是觉得他的弟弟不可能复活的，
Chapter 11, verse 39, she still felt that her brother would not be
因
awakened.
为他突然主耶稣把那个石头挪开
Because when Jesus moved away the stone,
他阻挡嘛。
she tried to stop him.
那41节主耶稣向天祷告，
And in verse 41, Jesus prayed to the Father.
你想那个时候他醒过来没有？
Do you think she was awakened at that time?
我想大概也没有吧。
I don't think so.
那你看42节
And in verse
当他
42,
听到主耶稣大声拉撒路出来，
when he said, Lazarus, come forth,
马大真的醒过来了吗？
did Martha awaken at that time?
我想知道44节
I think she was awoken in verse
真的
44.
看到弟弟这个怎么从坟里面走出来了呢？
Only when she saw that her younger brother came out of the grave.
他突然想到，主耶稣讲的要看到神的荣耀，要看到神的荣耀。
And then she suddenly remembered that Jesus said that you will see the glory of God.
他突然之间，他就从这个道理当中醒悟过来了。
And then from this teaching, she was awakened.
所以我们常常求主耶稣让我们在他的话语当中可以把我们叫醒，知道他是信实的。
So we often should ask God to awaken us from his teaching so that we may know that he is faithful.
有一次一个弟兄跟我说，
Once a brother told me,
他每次在听到11间奉献的道理说什么奉献11间那个天窗就会打开啦，然后呢福气就会无处可容
he says that every time he hears the teaching of tithing and about how the heavens will open and the blessings will come,
他说他都不相信了。
he says that he does not believe
他
that.
一直想说，难道主耶稣会说这个贿赂吗？你贿赂他，然后呢，那个天上窗户钱就福气就掉下来吗？
Will Jesus tell us to bribe him that when we give him money, then he will bless us?
他说11件是本分不要一天到晚想说天上有什么窗户要掉下什么好东西来啦。
And he says tithing is our duty. We should not think that blessings will just fall from heaven.
所以他不相信这样的话了。
So he does not believe in these words.
直到那个地方要建堂，他可能出了不少力。
until at the place he was at, they were going to build a chapel.
他在献堂的时候跟我这样讲啊，
And at the dedication, he told me,
传道真的很奇妙呢，我本来不相信的啦。
Pastor, it really is miraculous. I did not believe at first.
可是建堂之后有一天呢，我收到我那个，我通常都不管他。有一天我收到那个他那个有一些不知道401K 的什么statement 啊一些 statement。
After they were going to build a chapel, he received a mail regarding his 401k.
After 那个他说他收到那封信之后呢，整个晚上睡不着觉。
And after he received that mail, he said the whole night he could not fall asleep.
然后他这辈子从来没有想到说他可以成为这么有钱的人。
Because in his whole life, he could have never imagined that he would become such a wealthy man.
他突然想到原来那句话是信得下去的了。
And he suddenly realized that that phrase is indeed believable.
所以主耶稣有时候就是利用各样的方法，真的让你相信他的话本身是有全能的。
And so Jesus uses all kinds of ways to let us understand that his words are full of authority and
我们刚
power.
刚说11捐，这是 general promise， 这是一般的，只要你去做，你一定会有体会的，不管那个福气是什么。
And tithing is a general promise. If you do it, you will definitely receive
那我
blessing.
小弟觉得这个是让弟弟来复活，这是很特别的应许啦。
And I think for
对马大来讲
Martha, for her brother to resurrect, this is a special
但是
promise.
有时候这种特别的应许，主耶稣讲3次了，有时候我们还不晓得主耶稣在讲什么啊。
But sometimes even Jesus repeats the special promise 3 times, we still do not understand what he's trying
所以我
to
们的
say.
心要常常要求主耶稣常常来提醒我们。
So we need to often ask God to remind our hearts.
我觉得主耶稣这一段经文不只是主耶稣叫醒马大，让他从道理当中醒过来，主耶稣也叫醒玛利亚，让他从悲伤当中醒过来。
And so Jesus did not only use Lazarus' death to awaken Martha from her confusion, but also to awaken Mary from her sorrow.
我们来读11章，约翰福音11章31节。
Let's read John chapter 11, verse 31.
11章31节，
Verse 31.
那些同玛利亚到家里来安慰她的犹太人，见她急忙出去，就跟着她，以为她要往坟墓里那里哭。
Verse 31. Then the Jews who were with her in the house and comforting her, when they saw that Mary rose up quickly and went out, followed her, saying, She is going to the tomb to weep there.
我们读这一节，发现到说，这个玛利亚一出去大家都紧张呢。
And we see here that when Mary rose up, everyone began to be nervous.
特别记载这个是要在家里面要安慰同着玛利亚在家安慰她的，是安慰玛利亚的人呢。
And especially it mentions here that these Jews were with her in the house and comforting her.
还不知道她要去哪里，他们的想象当中就是她一定是去坟里哭了。
And they do not know where she is going, but they imagine that she is going to the tomb to weep there.
这样看起来，玛利亚已经哭4天了。
And by the looks of it, it seems like Mary already cried for 4 days.
应该也常常到坟墓那边去哭吧。
And she probably often wept at the tomb.
她已经哭到需要人家安慰啦，
She wept to the point where she needed to be
已
comforted.
经哭到需要人家去跟在旁边啦。
She wept to the point where people had to follow her.
这个我说不晓得她到底哭得多伤心。
And so we do not know how bitterly she wept.
你知道，当然我们有家人过世，我们都很伤心。
And of course, when we have a family member pass away, we are all very sad.
所以我们中国话有一句话说“入土为安”，有时候我们把人埋葬了，我们的心才可以 settle， 才可以安静下来。
And so there's a Chinese saying that after you are buried, then after someone is buried, then you can be at rest or at peace.
但是有的人真的那个情感放不下呢。
But sometimes people cannot set their feelings aside.
有一个老弟兄跟我这样讲，他大概相信耶稣大概10几年。
There's an old brother who told me, and he has believed in the Lord for many decades.
他说他们结婚之后生一个孩子，后来那个孩子溺死了在水里面溺死了。
After he was married and had a child, his child drowned and died.
他说自从那个孩子溺死之后呢，他就很少看到太太真的开心过。
And ever since that child drowned to death, he rarely saw his wife being joyful.
那就让小弟想到说，这个约瑟死了之后呢，雅各心中是冰凉的圣经上讲，他心中冰凉。
And so this reminded me of after Jacob thought Joseph had died, his heart was cold.
所以真的有时候我们会陷入一种悲伤当中然后有时候会走不出来
And so sometimes we may enter into a deep sorrow, and we are not able to walk out of it.
我们来读33节。
Let's read verse 33.
耶稣看见他哭，并见看见与他同来的犹太人也哭，就心里悲叹，又甚忧愁。
Verse 33, Therefore, when Jesus saw her weeping, and the Jews who came with her weeping, he groaned in the spirit and was troubled.
35节，
Verse 35,
耶稣哭了。
Jesus wept.
这个我们如果仔细读34节，也读英文哦，你会知道说，其实他有，如果照英文的版本来直接给他翻哈，那个这里谈到是心里悲叹，又甚忧愁，有的人翻成这个灵里愤怒，内心烦扰。ground in spirit and trouble， 这个如果查希腊的字，其实这是负面的说法。主耶稣看到他哭，主耶稣的第一个反应是 trouble， 你怎么要这样子啊？灵里呢忧伤啊，我是有个版本说灵里愤怒了。
And groaned in the spirit and was troubled is actually contains a negative connotation, saying that he was perhaps
那为什么主耶稣看到
mad.
他哭，开始的反应是这样子呢？
And why is it that when Jesus saw her weeping, he reacted in this way?
因为其实主耶稣本来是高兴的。
And especially because Jesus
欢喜的。
was glad.
11章15节，
Chapter 11, verse 15.
我没有在那里就欢喜，这是为你们的缘故，好叫你们相信。如今我们可以往那里去。
15, and I am glad for your sakes that I was not there, that you may believe. Nevertheless, let us go to him.
主耶稣没有去到那边马上帮助拉撒路，他这边记载说，他心中是欢喜的。
And when Jesus was there, he did not immediately help them, but he had a glad heart.
所以从头到尾，从神的立场看，从主耶稣立场看，这是一件好事啊，这是一件让神得荣耀的事啊。
And so from the perspective of God, this whole matter was a glad and joyful thing.
这是让人家认识耶稣基督是谁的一个啊，让人家知道耶稣是生命在耶稣，复活也在耶稣的一件事情啊。
And this is a matter that would allow people to know that Jesus is the resurrection and the life.
所以，可是这个本来应该高兴的，为什么你没有我的心呢？为什么你哭得这么厉害呢？
But why is it that this joyful matter, you do not have the same feeling as me, but you are sorrowful?
所以英文讲他是 trouble 的，他是就是不晓得怎么，就是非常烦扰的。
So it says that he was very troubled and did not know what to do.
有时候我们该哭的时候应该要哭了，
And sometimes when sometimes there are times when we should cry and weep.
但是有时候你哭也要知道你为什么在哭啊。
But we should know the reason as to why we are weeping.
当另外一个玛利亚去找那个复活的主耶稣啊，
When the other Mary went to find Jesus who has
主耶稣已经
resurrected,
复活了，主耶稣跟他讲话，
Jesus has already resurrected and he spoke to her.
那主耶稣第一句问就问他说：“你为什么哭？”
And the first thing Jesus said to her is, Why are you weeping?
主耶稣复活了，应该高兴啊，你为什么哭？
Jesus has resurrected, why are you
所以我们不
weeping?
是说不能不哭，但是哭的时候呢，我们要知道到底神的心意到底是什么。
We're not saying that you should not cry, but when we weep, we should know the heart of God.
但是接着主耶稣看到这个事情，看到他哭呢，主耶稣跟着又哭了。
But then after Jesus saw her cry, he also wept.
36节，
Verse 36.
犹太人说：“你看他爱这个人是何等的恳切。”
36, and the Jews said, See how he loved him.
所以当耶稣哭的时候呢，众人就知道哦，原来耶稣真的爱玛利亚。
And we see here that Jesus truly loved Mary.
小弟读到这一段呢，就讲到一个诗歌这样讲，
And when I read this, I think of a hymn.
他说 ：“He looks beyond my fault
That
and
is-
saw my need。”他不看我的缺点他看到我的需要。
That he looked beyond my fault and saw my need.
真的，整个事件来讲，真的是一件荣耀的事情。为什么玛利亚会哭？主耶稣可能真的想不通你为什么会这样子，可是又想到原来我们是尘土所做的我们原来就是这么软弱，所以就有一种同理心跟着我们哭了。
And this matter is a glorious matter, so Jesus at first may not have understood why Mary was weeping, but afterwards he empathized with her.
真的有时候没有同理心，我们很难安慰人了
And so oftentimes if we do not have empathy, it's very hard for us to comfort others.
什么是同理心呢？
And what is empathy?
有一次一个太太在煮饭
Once there was a wife who was cooking,
那个先生就在旁边这个叨练
the husband kept
就是 fussy around.
He was very fussy towards her.
你这个酱油放太多啦，
You put too much soy sauce.
你这个火太大啦。
The gas is too big.
太太说：“哎呀，拜托，你又不会煮饭，干嘛你在指导我煮饭呢？”
And the wife said, "You don't know how to cook. Why do you keep bothering and annoying me?"
是啊，我就是让你了解哦，我开车的时候你这样练我哦，你又不会开车，为什么一天到晚练我开车呢？
And yes, that is true. I do not know how to cook, and you don't know how to drive, so why do you always scold me when I'm driving?
我现在就让你了解到，你在我开车的时候，你练我哦，我的心情是怎么样了哦。
So I want you to understand how I feel when I drive.
那这个是你可以有一个同理心哦。有时候我们有时候人家忧伤的时候，你没有同理心，你也没有办法让人家醒过来的。
And when someone is sad and we do not have empathy, we cannot awaken them.
有时候我们觉得，当一个人在忧伤的时候，从这个故事来看哦，大概只有2种方法可以让一个人从忧伤当中醒悟过来。
And from the story, we see that when someone is sorrowful, there are only 2 ways for them to be awakened.
第一个就是真的让他感受到你的爱。
The first is to allow them to really be able
他
to
心
experience your love.
他心中已经冰凉了，
Their heart has already grown
但
cold,
是你的温暖呢，能够带给他的心呢，能够软和起来，冰冷的心软和起来。
but your love and your warmth can allow their cold hearts to become warm.
有一个姐妹见证她爸爸妈妈结婚60多年，
There was a sister that testified that her parents were married for 60 years,
那她爸爸大概80、90岁的时候过世，
and her dad passed away when he was 80 or 90 years old.
那妈妈就1年当中呢，就走不出忧伤出来。
And for a whole year, his mother could not walk out of the sorrow.
什么时候走出来的呢？
And when did she finally
有一
walk
次
out
她
of it?
参加皇后教会的灵恩布道会，
Once when she attended the spiritual convocation at Queen's Church,
那在领圣餐的时候，
when she was receiving the Holy Communion,
眼睛睁开的时候，看到主耶稣啊，就在讲台这边啊，看到主耶稣被钉十字架，
she saw in vision that Jesus was crucified,
他的血流到脸上面，那个也流到脚下面啊，
and his blood was all over his face and all the way to his feet.
那个脸上的血是从荆棘的冠冕来的，脚上的血是从那个肋旁的血下来的。
And the blood from his face was coming from the thorns, the crown of thorns on his head.
他说他看到十字架还有一些兵丁，
And he saw that there were a few soldiers near the
他
cross.
看到这个意象，他突然觉得主耶稣真的好爱他，
And when she saw this vision, she felt that Jesus truly loved her.
那个爱那么大到让他那个可以从忧伤当中走出来。
The love was so great that she was able to walk out of her sorrow.
所以主耶稣陪着玛利亚哭了。
And so Jesus wept with Mary.
当然，我觉得那个时候他不一定真的醒过来，我想也是直到43节呢，44节呢，这个看到拉撒路真的从坟里走出来，他那个时候真的是不再掉眼泪了啦，因为没有掉眼泪的理由了。
And I do not think that she was awakened at this time, but she probably awoken from her sorrow in verse 44.
所以这个是主耶稣解决他忧伤最原本的原因啦哦。
And so this is the reason why Jesus solved her sorrow.
所以当一个人在忧伤当中，我们如果可以带给主耶稣的全能跟盼望。
And so when someone is sorrowful, we can lead them to Jesus' power.
有一个姐妹也是先生40几岁，大概就没有先生了。
And there was a sister at age 40-something, she had lost her husband.
她也是走不出来，
And she was unable to walk out of it as well,
直到主耶稣给她做一个梦了
until Jesus allowed her to have a dream,
看到她的先生在乐园里面
to allow her to see that her husband was in paradise.
她问她先生说：“你每天都住在这里哦？
And she asked her husband, "You live here every day?
你睡这里哦？
And you sleep here?
早知道你在这里这么好，我就不用天天哭啦。”
And if I knew that you were living so well here, then I would not have to weep
也
for
是真
you."
的从那个知道她不是死了，而是活在神的爱中她也才这个从忧伤当中清醒过来。
And she was awakened from her sorrow when she truly understood that her husband did not die
所以
but
我们
was
看
in
到主耶稣不
paradise.
只是叫醒马大，也叫醒玛利亚，更叫醒就是因为借着叫醒拉撒路这个事情。
And we see that through resurrecting Lazarus, Jesus awoken Martha and Mary.
那在叫醒拉撒路这件事情上呢，我们也学习到主耶稣那种 我们小弟把它称为忍心的爱哈。
And through resurrecting Lazarus, we also understand the
love of patience 是不是？
love of patience.
我们来看11章的第6节。
Let's read chapter 11, verse 6.
11章第6节，
Chapter 11, verse 6.
听见拉撒路病了，就在所住的地方扔住了2天。
Verse 6. When he heard that he was sick, he stayed 2 more days in the place where he was.
故意不去医治拉撒路嘞。
And he purposely did not heal
这个
Lazarus.
成为拉撒路的这他们家人的马大玛利亚忧伤的来源啊。
And this this was the reason why Martha and Mary was so sad.
我们来读21节，
Let's read verse
11
21.
章21节。
Chapter 11, verse 21.
马大对耶稣说：“主啊，你若早在这里，我兄弟必不死。”
Verse 21. Now Martha said to Jesus, Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died.
32节
Verse
32
32.
玛利亚到耶稣那里，看见他，就俯伏在他脚前说：“主啊，你若早在这里，我兄弟必不死。”
Verse 32. Then when Mary came where Jesus was and saw him, she fell down at his feet, saying to him, Lord, if you have been here, my brother would not have died.
其实2个姐妹都是希望主耶稣早点来，知道主耶稣来，问题就解决了。
Actually, 2 sisters both hoped that Jesus would have come earlier so that the problem
但
would
是
be
主耶稣
resolved.
故意不去啊，好像是故意让他们担心吗？故意让他们伤心吗？
But it seemed that Jesus purposefully did not go to let them be sad and sorrowful.
这个其实主耶稣是为了要建立他们的信心，
But in actuality, Jesus wanted to build up their faith.
是为了神的荣耀。
It was for the glory of God.
所以不是主耶稣不愿意医治，他是有一个有时候主耶稣让我们受苦，他是为了来建立我们呐。
And so sometimes Jesus allows us to go through sufferings to build us.
所以有时候他也是很忍心呢，他也是很忍耐呢。
And so he also has a love of
我在
patience.
想，那个马大、玛利亚对耶稣很忍耐，为什么你还不来？
And so Martha and Mary probably was very patient and wondering why he still did not come.
但主耶稣也是很忍耐呀，忍耐到时候到了，他就出现了。
But Jesus was also very patient on his part, and when it was time, he appeared.
我们来看路加福音18章，
Turn to Luke chapter
这里记载
18.
一个寡妇求官的一个故事啊。
Here it talks about a persistent widow.
我们来看18章的第7节。
Let's look at chapter 18, verse 7.
18章第7节，
18, verse
神
7.
的显明昼夜呼吁他，他纵然为他们忍得多时，岂不终究给他们伸冤吗？
Verse 7. And shall God not avenge his own elect, who cry out day and night to him, though he bears long with them?
这边是说神为我们忍得多时啊，
Here it says, he bears long with us.
所以耶稣为马大、玛利亚也是忍得多时啊。
And so Jesus also bared a long time for Martha and Mary.
就是真的有时候这样子，你们才知道生命在我，复活在我啦。
And only in this way will you really understand that I am the resurrection and
但
the
是
life.
时候到了你看主耶稣一刻也不耽延哦。
But when the time was right, Jesus did not delay one
你看
second.
主耶稣到这个村庄来啊，
And when Jesus came to the village,
主耶稣没有先到马大家因为马大会招待啊，先到你们家吃一顿饭再说啊。
Jesus did not go to Martha's house first and have a meal first.
主耶稣马上问呢，第34节说：“你们把他安放在哪里？”
In verse 34, Jesus says, Where have you put him?
他到村庄没有进这个马大玛利的家，直接到这个坟墓里面。时候到了，就是第4天了。你们相信灵魂已经不在世上了就是他们的传说了主耶稣还是有办法让他灵魂回来。
And when they were in town, Jesus immediately went to them and asked them where they laid him.
所以我在想如果神让约瑟受苦13年，就是他的时间呢，绝对不会让他多受苦1天呐。
And so I think God allowed Joseph to suffer for 13 years, and that was the exact time.
所以时候到了，他就快的来解决我们生命的问题啊。
And when the time is right, he will quickly solve our
当
problems.
然，让拉撒路醒过来，这是证明生命的主权在主耶稣身上，生命在他里面。
And of course, allowing Lazarus to be resurrected allowed people to understand that Jesus is the resurrection and the life.
所以他说：“信我的人永远不死。”你相信这个话吗？
And so he says, He who believes in me, he shall never die. Do you believe this?
今天弟兄姐妹，今天我们知道主耶稣能够复活拉撒路，
So brothers and sisters, today we know that Jesus can resurrect
将来
Lazarus.
他也可以复活我们。
And in the future, he will also resurrect us.
我是指 末日的时候，他也可以复活我们了。
And I am referring to the end days.
如果主耶稣有一个特别的恩典，3次讲到你心里面去，
And if
或是
Jesus,
耳朵里面去，
and if Jesus tells us something 3 times,
有一些特别的恩典，主若愿意，也会临到人身上。
and if there is special blessings towards you, then it will definitely fall upon you.
我们愿主耶稣能够常常叫醒我们。
May God always awaken
我
us.
们来唱诗
Let's sing hymn
322首。
322.